Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very special guest who really kind of needs no introduction if you've even looked at the screen so far. If you spent any time in the competitive Pokemon scene, the draft legend himself, Pokeaim.
I don't know about legend, but what's up? It's good to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited for this video, and I love what you'll be doing with the draft scene. It's awesome to have people making content about the Wolfey Draft League. I think it's so sick. I'm really excited, man. I'm really excited.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised. No, like I think Justin Tang and somebody else is doing it with them, but like no one else is. I'm surprised.
So it's interesting because back in the day when draft first started, we actually used to have channels and even just viewers do things like this. There was in my first draft league, we even had a website that a viewer made, and these three groups of people would update every single week. It was really cool.
That is really cool. Like this isn't a question I planned, but like, is this like, are you guys like? Yeah, like it must be so weird when people talk about you guys like on other videos and stuff like that. Like I know you guys are just people and everyone just, oh, they're just guys, they're just people, you know, they're just friends and stuff like that. But like it must be a little surreal and like humbling when like you just see someone make content about you and talk about you and stuff.
That guy's good. Oh man, this guy, yeah. Seeing that, or even just like the rankings, it's always like, whoa, I didn't expect people to be able to do this. I think the coolest thing so far is it's been a long time since draft has brought fan art. And now we have people tweeting at us fan art, which is so cool. Like, which is absolutely so cool. Like, I got a Poltergeist drawn for me, which I thought was amazing as well. It said 0 and 1 next to it, but it's still really cool.
Yeah, that 0 and 1. I'm glad it's a 1 and 1 now, because this is gonna come out after week 2 anyway, so we can say that we can spoil it. But man, no, like so I guess. No, that's cool, man. I actually saw that feed with all that art and stuff, and I think Uzi was reacting to somebody made one for him, and he was like, "Are you kidding me?" Yeah,
that person who made them, which I think is so cool. Like we used to get, I have folders. I was showing them on screen. I have folders upon folders of like some of my old draft leagues of like all the fan art drawn, and I was like, "Yo, it's so cool to get it again, man." Because like back then it was so humbling, because art's so cool, right? You got to be talented, and now it's like, "Oh my god, that's sick." So it's a feeling I didn't have it for a while, so I'm happy it's happening. You know, of anything.
Yeah. No, this has been awesome so far, and it's just gonna get better. We're only week 2. That's the crazy part. It's still so early, man. Like you guys are obviously in the future and stuff like that, but
yeah. We're up to week 4 right now.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So you guys are gonna know who wins the finals. I was thinking about this today when the actual like playoffs are ended. We're all gonna be like, oh, I wonder who makes the playoffs. You guys already know who won the whole thing.
Well, okay, so making playoffs will know, and semifinals will know, but usually the 2 that play in finals don't spoil the result. So almost everybody has to wait till, unless, you know, if I help somebody or they help me, like mock or like test or whatever testing is mocking, or things, or help them build and stuff, like, yo, I won. Nice. Like, obviously I know ahead of time, but that's probably the only result we wouldn't know ahead. The other ones we have to know ahead because of scheduling, at least. Like, you have to know who wins semifinals so they can play for finals. But
no, I got you. So let me, I respect your time. I don't want to keep you here forever. It's like, I don't know if you saw the other ones, but like we talked way too long. I said 15-20 minutes and we were there for like 45
minutes. Yeah, don't worry about it. I got that effect on people. I'll let you know if I gotta go.
All right, cool. All right, so let's just start off. So when did Pokemon like go from like a fun game that you play to just something you really wanted to like compete and make content around? Like what made that, like what was the change? Like,
I mean, it's still a fun game that I play, right?
Yeah,
for me, I love Mons, right? But I started wanting to upload back in 2010 because I've been watching for years at that point. I was really young, but I've been watching for years at that point. YouTubers like MBZ, MTG Xerxes, Xenon, upload battles, and it really inspired me to want to upload battles of my own and do that. So that's kind of why I started back in 2010. And compete is kind of like, I never really had like the drive to compete. I joined Smoke On tournaments. Obviously, I went to a few VGC events as well. But I just like battling and I like showing off the cool mons. And that's really what I like to do, like in general. So I guess, again, almost 15 years ago is kind of when that started for me. But before that, I had already been playing competitive mons on my own for a while. Like on simulators, like, for my friends, or like simulators like Shoddy Battle or Net Battle, and things like that way before. And obviously as a kid, I grew up with Pokemon, right? I was like 3 years old when I played my first game. So I wasn't good. 3. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was 3. But like,
this guy's making content at 3 years old, like just slaying people.
Crazy, bro. I end up on one of them channels where, you know, the kids are extorted. You don't want to do that, not me. But nah, it was basically 15 years ago, I would say, when I really just said I want to make content. Also, my friends back then were also making content on YouTube. Pokemon YouTube was very small. If you had 1,000 subs back then, huge. 1,000 subs, by the way, still amazing. Like if 1,000 people were in this room, you know, the room would collapse. Like it's a lot of people, right?
Yeah,
it's a lot of people. But back then, that was like the top when I first started on YouTube in Gen 4. So, you know, Diamond and Pearl. That's how long ago that was for this. And we're about to get Gen 10 most likely next year.
I hope so, man.
Yeah. I know so, for sure. I mean, I don't know so like that, but
you have an uncle at Game Freak, eh? No, that's wicked, man. Like it's not to flex or anything, or not to like one up you or anything, but you started at 3 years old. I was literally 10 years old, the same age as Ash Ketchum when Pokemon started in North America, bro. 1998, I was 10. It was yeah, so I'm old, so don't worry.
You're a little older than me.
Yeah, I'm a little old, yeah. No, but no, that's cool, man. Like, so you've been doing this a long time, man. 15 years. It's funny looking back. You probably just like it doesn't seem like that long, but like
not at all, man. Not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I still talk to some of the same people to this day in Discord. And now we talk in Discord instead of Skype. So
yeah. Oh yes. MSN.
Yeah, literally, it's all the same thing. TC, we use everything back then. But nah, some of my friends are still like around to this day, and I think Pokemon's a big part of why I'm able to, you know, talk with them and communicate and be with them, right? It's different. Everybody grows up, but this thing keeps us together.
No, we never grow up. We just keep playing this children's game where you have I don't know if I think I was doing who was I talking to when I was I think it was Uzi actually, when I was like talking about the Terra mechanics, and like if you have a below 60 base power move and you Terra, it makes them 60 base power, right?
As long as it's not priority or multi-hitting, yes.
Yes, exactly, or spread. But like at the same time, it's like if you use what is it? I think it was Fairy Feather. It actually applies the boost to the base power of the move, so it actually makes it over 60 base power and doesn't get the boost. But if you use Expert Belt, it's actually a stat raising move, like the actual stat of your Pokemon. So you get you know what I mean? Like,
there's intricacies that Pokemon doesn't even explain to us that we know based on like things.
No, it's not a kid's game.
More than just
I don't care what anybody says. It's not a kid's game.
I mean, that's why my demographic, I have some people who've been subbed to me since literally I started, right? So like my demographic kind of grew up with me. So my demographic is majority like 45% 25 to 30, and then 42% 18 to 24, and then the smallest percentage kids, and then you know I got some elderly people. Shout out to them.
That's me.
That also you're not you might be unk, but like you're not in the demographic I'm thinking about, the 60 pluses. I have one subscriber who I actually subbed to sub, like we both subbed to each other back then in 2010, and they're still around coming to my streams, which is really cool. But
that's awesome.
What I'm trying to say is like, for competitive specifically, especially for at least what I do, you can know it, you can get it as a kid, but I feel like my content appeals more to if you understand what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I'm explaining Mons every single time I go into there, like, oh, this fire type is weak to water, and I say what move I'm gonna go for, and I'm gonna do it, like, so.
Yeah, I think I had someone the other day, they're commenting, they're saying like, you talk so fast, like could you slow down, maybe pause the video and like just explain it. I'm like, I do need to be better at that, but yeah, we gotta, you know, like I can try sometimes, but it might be like a stream or something like that. I can answer questions, but yo, so a little bit of a, like we've already kind of touched on it a little bit, but you've been part of the competitive scene for years, as we talked about, like Smogon, VGC, draft, like everything. Like what keeps you motivated after all this time?
I love Pokemon. I don't get burnt out. I guess that's something about me as a person. I don't get burnt out. I've been doing daily uploads for 10 plus years, like but obviously being able to do what I love is possible because I make money off of it, right? And if I didn't make money doing what I love, I couldn't do what I loved. Like they both go in with each other. So it allowed me to keep loving Pokemon and also be able to provide for my family. I think my friends is a big one as well. I said I don't get burnt out, but like if I'm tired of playing like OU, I'll be like, yo, who wants to hop in call and play some fun tier and mess around a little bit? And it's
almost
just hanging out with the
ability.
boys, right? It's like a pickup game or anything like that. So it's just like that. So it's definitely the fact that I'm probably crazy and I love the game like an insane amount, but also the friends that I have around for sure. It's just, there's always someone to talk to, always somebody to do something. I think also me playing Smogon as my main thing, like 66 singles, has a lot to do with what keeps me motivated too, because like VGC You don't like the current regulation? Well, tough. That's what you got to play.
Yeah.
Me, I don't like OU. I got UU, RU, Ubers, NU. I got Gen 4, Gen 5, Gen 6, all available, all showdown right there, right? Tournaments as well I can sign up for. So I think my format actually like helps a lot as well in keeping me, you know, hype about it. But I don't know, like I'm still the same kid that, I'm not a kid, I'm an adult, but I'm still the same person as that kid who would get a new game and be excited to play it, you know? That's me whenever I get a new Pokemon game. So it's just Mons itself. I grew up watching it. I grew up playing it forever. I grew up watching other people as well playing it too. And it's just like, man, this is so cool being able to do what I do. And I want to just keep being able to do what I want to do. So it's just, it's a love for Pokemon combined with friends for sure.
No, that's cool, man. And it's funny to think that some people are going to be watching us right now. Like they're watching us right now and they're going to be talking about us later. Oh man, I grew up watching Pokeaim or Jingles or whatever it is, right? But like, with that being said, so do you think like YouTube, like what's the biggest thing that you've learned about yourself through like the YouTube journey and like competitive play and stuff? Because you've been doing this so long, right?
Yeah, for a long time. One thing, I think a big thing my mom told me back in the day was if you love something, you'll make time for it. Right? Yeah. She told me that as I was a kid. And that's kind of like, that's always on my mind, no matter what. And that for my relationship, I keep that in mind with my wife. You know, I keep that in mind with my friends. And I kind of keep that in mind with YouTube too, because I love doing it. So I'm going to figure out how to do it. And that's kind of what made it become a full-time thing for me. So I definitely learned that if I apply myself and I put myself in the position to be lucky, and I can, you know, reap the benefits of it for sure, as long as I'm working hard and I, you know, do what's right in terms of that. I think another thing, at least learning myself in terms of competing in Pokemon, is that like, if I practice hard, I can win in anything. And I truly believe that if I practice, and I practice well, and this, again, this has a lot to do, I mentioned friends, this has a lot to do with people who are better than me. I know that if I go to when I went to the regional, I hit up Wolf, I was like, yo, you got any advice? I hit up Justin, yo, you got advice? I hit my boy Tony, I hit up a lot of different people, and worked with teams and stuff with them, and that was what I was able to practice with. So because I had the tools to be able to practice with, it made me be able to do it. So the biggest thing, like I said, just going back to, is that like, if I want to do it, I can do it. And that's kind of like what YouTube has taught me. And I take that in life as well. If I want to do something, make time for it, work hard, I can do it.
Yeah, like you're better than you think you are. A lot of people, I could never do that. Like you've probably heard people yourself say like, I could never do that. I could never win a regional. I could never even go to a regional. But man, like just throw yourself out there, man. Like, and you did that, man. Like I'm so proud of you, man. Like the fact that you went to Milwaukee your first time, and like, and you didn't just play and do well. You didn't just get your 5 wins, and that's still a great finish, 5-3 or whatever it is, and you're done. But like, dude, you went what, top 8?
Yeah, I finished 6th place. I went 6-2 day 1. I got my 2 losses before I got my wins, obviously. Well, not obviously, I guess technically I could have gone like, you know, 5. I could have went 6-1 technically, and then gone from there. But I went 6-2, and then next day I had to win 3 in a row to make it to top cut, which was really, really cool. Yeah. So it was a crazy time. Like honestly, I would not have been able to do it without the people helping me, for sure. And I'll never, like, all my subscribers as well, who obviously pushed me to do that too. But I remember the one thing I said was, when they were interviewing me, I was like, what do you have to say to people? Just go do it. Like you just said, go do it, right? What's stopping you? Just, if you want to do it, do it. If you're able to do it, you know? Because like you said, anything can happen. I think literally anybody can win a regional. If I had matched up into my best matchups the entire tournament, I could have went undefeated, right? Technically. Likewise, I could have matched up into my worst matchups for Ho-Oh, and I could have won 0-8, which I was saying I was gonna go. Yeah. So like, it's Pokemon. Anybody can do it. Anything can happen. And also, like, it's Mons at the end of the day, right? Like, even a skilled player can lose to someone who doesn't play as much as them, doesn't have as much experience as them. It's Pokemon, right? And likewise, a less experienced player can beat a top player, for sure, just by going and playing. You never know until you play. That's why I like playing, because you never know. It doesn't matter where you are, right? Anybody can win, anybody can lose. That's why when people on stream will be like, yo, money match me, I'm like, I'm not trying to lose money. No. Like, no. I might have more experience than you. That doesn't mean I'm gonna always win. Get out of here. It's
like, I'm not gonna end my stream for this battle because you're just gonna scream peek and I'm gonna lose all my money.
Oh, I usually don't care if people scream peek on me, because sometimes they still lose. But yeah, it's you can tell very clearly when they're screen peeking, when I say something and they start responding in chat about it. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's so obvious. Like, at least hide it. Like, be better.
But yeah, just do it. That's the big one. No
No,
reason
that's
not
really
to.
good, man. Like just that piece of advice is just like, yeah, like just go and do stuff, man. Like you're better than you think you are. Like, you know, just surround yourself around the right people, like friends and stuff, and you know, you got a good support system, and just go do it, right?
Absolutely.
But so you build, like, I'm sure you don't want to talk about this too much, but like you built one of the biggest Pokemon channels in the world, and like, how do you? Congrats, by the way.
Thank you.
How do you juggle like content creation? Because I know it can be really taxing, like, and staying sharp as a competitive player.
Well, my job requires me to play Mons. Obviously, now I don't always have to play Mons. I don't always have to play Mons. I'm trying to like word it properly, but I don't always have to play Mons in a way that keeps me sharp, right? Like I can just, if I'm at I could definitely just like turn on the recording and just, you know, autopilot whatever, and probably get wins in my Showdown Live or whatever I'm doing, or even some of my drafts if I really wanted to, and just like not care. But I think the thing is, I want to do well because I know I can do well. So as long as I feel motivated, I do it. So it's just, again, if you love something, you got to make time for it. Sometimes I want to win, you know. Sometimes I really want to win, especially like something like draft, for instance. Draft is a little bit different than just a Showdown Live. A Showdown Live, you know, I can't always control what my opponents are bringing. I'm gonna fight a bunch of different teams. My team, no team is perfect, but in draft, I can get it as close as possible.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know what they can bring, I know what I can bring, and I can get as close as possible. I'm not saying you're always gonna win for it, right? I'm looking at some matchups that I gotta play in Wolfey's Draft League right now, and I'm like, wow, how the hell do I beat this Pokemon? But the big one is, it's the same thing. If you want something, you gotta make time for it. So if I want to be good at something, I play outside of content creation. That's the big one too. I play a lot outside of just like I play to record, but I play a lot for myself, and that's something that I think a lot of people stop doing as they become content creators. Like if they're not doing it for content, they might actually like not play.
Yeah.
But I myself, my boy Blender, like we play a ton, and like instance for draft, I mock. So mocking again is practice games.
Yeah.
So I mock versus players who are really good at draft. Players who are even considered better than me at draft, and then and I just talk through things too. So I work with people and I practice, and that's really the only way to do it, right? There'll definitely be times where I get a little, if the meta is stale, as some people would say, I might not play that tier as much, so I'll go back to it and get I shake off the rust a little as I'm playing. But it's just consistent play is the thing that it gets it for me. But there's also times where for draft I'll make a 5-minute build right before I gotta play, and I'll be lucky and it'll end up winning for me. So I don't know, I feel like it's like riding a bike, right? You never kind of lose it. You just gotta remember how to do it, right? So, going off a little bit, right? But like Wolfey, I asked him, because him and I have been friends for about almost 10 years. And I'd asked him, yo, you think we're gonna be able to do this when we're 60? Or like, well, how long do you think we're gonna be able to do this rather? How long do you think we're gonna be able to do this?
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, you won't lose your mind doesn't start to deteriorate unless you know some genetic disease or whatever till you're like in the 60s, right? 60, 65, higher than that, like older than that, right? He's like, I'm gonna try and do this forever because this isn't a mechanical skill, right? At all. Like it's not a fighting game where I gotta do and you know, I get arthritis and I'm done, right? This is a game that just requires your mind. So he's like, as long as you keep practicing, you do it. And I really take that to heart a lot when it comes to Mons. But I'm also really lazy sometimes too, so don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, like don't get me wrong. There are some weeks in draft where you're just like, bro, I just don't, man. I want to do.
I made it to finals of the BBL, and I literally said in the video, I did not want to make finals because I didn't want to try. The team I used in semifinals, one of my subscribers made one night on stream, and I changed 2 things of it, like literally the night before. And I was like, yo, I don't got no time right now. I don't feel like it because my motivation. I have a lot of things I got to do, right? So I'm in like 5 draft leagues right now, 6, because I just want to create content for my second channel.
Yikes.
Plus the other one. So if one thing people know about me, like if I get if a lot of luck happens against me, Mons, it's always gonna happen, right? Luck is whatever. But I will put less time into that specific thing because when I put a lot of time, I wasn't reaping the benefits of it, right? Even something out of my control. That's just how I am. So I'll put more time to something else. It doesn't always like shoot me in the foot when I do it, right? It just, things still sometimes end up working out, but it's just kind of how I am. That's also how I balance things too. It's like, okay, I got to put more time to this. I care more about this right now. Oh, my motivation is less on this. Let me go more to this. And what can I do? So just how I am. I just like juggling. Yeah, that's basically
Well,
just like juggling.
well, you probably have a lot of juggling, like just because you're so busy with content creation. I've only been doing this like a few weeks, like really heavy. Like I think I was doing 3 videos a week, and it was just ladder videos. But just trying to keep up with stuff, like it gets a little taxing. Like we love it, we enjoy it, but some burnout's real, man. I know people that did like every day they would make videos, and they don't make videos anymore. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna burn out, man. And they just do it. So I'm wishing you the best for kind of keeping it going. You've been doing it long enough, so I think you'll be all right. But
oh yeah, this is like breathing for me at this point too. And it's not like I record every single day. Like sometimes I'll record one day for like 5-6 days, and then I don't have to play anymore, and that'll give me my little break, and that gives me time to mock more for drafts or to do things outside of projects or vacation if I need to.
Yeah,
like, you know, I do try and plan. I try and delegate as well. Certain things. So, but planning ahead is always really nice when you know. It's a lot easier when there's a new game and not when you're 3 years into the old game.
Oh,
but I'm still having a good time. I have a more love for OU right now. My bad, we took too long in that question. I'm sorry about that.
No. We're just talking, man. Like again, it's your time that I'm valuing more than mine, right? Like I'm good. So no, I appreciate it. But so let me see. Like so you mentioned BUBL and all these other leagues. You're in like 5 or 6 leagues right now. But how did you first get into draft leagues, and do you remember the very first one?
Yeah, it was the UCL. It was
really
almost 10 years ago. Yeah, it was actually the first draft league I ever was in. It was a bunch of big YouTubers. Some of them I'm not going to name because some of them are not good people. Oh boy. But the UCL was in. It was actually myself, Shady Penguin, who was in this one, obviously. Numb Nexus as well. I think was it actually 10 years ago? It was literally 10 years ago. It was July 7th, 2015 is when we first announced the UCL.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that one was crazy. I was invited by a bunch of my friends back then, and that was actually my first ever draft league win, like the season win. Like I won that season with like, my team was really cool. It had like Manaphy, Tornadus, it had Rhydon, it had like, Amoonguss, Claydol. Yeah, I have Rhyperior now, so I had Rhydon back then, one of my first ones. I had Mega Ampharos as well, so it's just a lot of really fun Pokemon. And draft was just always like, I don't know, it was just really fun because I had seen my friends play it, but I never played it myself. So when they said they wanted to do this, I was like, oh, cool, let's do it. We tiered it differently though. Like we actually went more on singles tiers. I don't know how much you know about singles tiers, but like there's OU's overused, right?
Yeah.
UU's underused. So OU's number 1. So we had to actually split where instead of doing it points, we did, you can get 2 OU Pokemon, 2 UU Pokemon, 2 RU in a sense. So it's made
kind of the
for
same
really
thing.
imbalance. Yeah, it was kind of imbalanced because like there's Pokemon in standard that are not good in draft, and there's Pokemon that are in draft that are amazing, but they're not good in standard. So like a mon that could potentially come to mind is like Rotom, just ghost form. Not really the best Pokemon in singles OU, but really good as a cheap spin blocker in draft.
Yeah.
That can even like has been used to like stop Terapagos because it has a good speed tier, can pain split. Sometimes runs like a berry, like Jaboka berry or something to get like a little bit of chip on things. Yeah, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Or like Colbur or Wisp. It's a really good cheap spin blocker. So there's like a lot of Pokemon like that. Or like Arboliva is one of my favorite Pokemon in draft ever. It's not that great in singles, but it's one of my favorite Pokemon in draft, and I've used it to beat a lot of high tiers. So just a lot. Even Hisui and Electrode is another one that comes to mind too. So when I saw all these Pokemon doing well, I was like, I have to play. Like I really have to play. Though I will admit that my Sword and Shield runs for draft are a lot better than my OG ones. Like I won the first one, and I won a little cup one after that, and I made it really far in playoffs and for basically every single one of them except for one. But I hadn't won another one until Sword and Shield, where I won. Well, now I've won 4 in Sword and Shield.
Oh my goodness, dude, you win so much more than I do, man. Like I owned a league for 5 years and I never won it.
Hey, I mean, I only won 1 season of the league. Okay, never mind, 2. Of the SPL, which was my league with my boy Shako. But yeah. I mean, I play a lot too. It's Pokemon at the end of the day, right? Anything can happen in draft, right? I know a lot of my playoff friends back in the day, they always typed, when I made it to playoffs, they're always like, in before Joey gets crit in playoffs and loses. And it always happened, always got frozen, always got crit in playoffs. At this point, it's just like, whatever, man, I'm just going to go with it. If I win, I win. That's why I don't try hard until I make finals anymore in playoffs.
Oh boy.
I don't try hard at all unless I make finals.
So you heard it here, everybody. If he beat you in the quarters or the semis, he didn't care.
No, not like
you
that.
Could have been
they know.
You could have been running mocks.
They know. They know.
That's so joyous.
I'm very vocal about It's just more so like I'm not like mocking and like seriously caring about it. Like I'll spend like a couple hours on it instead of like all throughout the week giving my thoughts and refreshing my memory to how I gotta win the matchup. It's just because it's not all about the like, you know, the time thing. I have so much I gotta do that I want to make sure that I'm not spending too much time on something that ultimately doesn't matter as much to me as the other stuff. Also, when I'm in more than one draft league at once, I get so excited to draft other Pokemon that it starts taking away from the first draft league I'm in. I don't even want to battle. I just want to draft. That's my favorite thing. I love looking at my team like, yo, this is a cool team. And I'm also known to draft teams that people don't think are the best. So I like proving people wrong with them. My first one in Scarlet and Violet, I drafted a team with 0 hazard control, like 0, and I won that. And I won that league.
What?
And I won that league, and it was because I told people straight up, I was like, I have a Hisuian Samurai. You're going for hazards. I'm attacking while going for hazards. I have Annihilate. That one's good. So like, it's like they don't have, if they set up hazard versus me, I got so many hitters in the back that you can lose while setting up hazards. So it didn't end up mattering at all.
Well, that's the same thing with like VGC and stuff too. Like I think I was looking at Mount's team, right? Like, and I think I was analyzing the team, and I was just like, man, like he doesn't have like follow me Trick Room, or he had like a kind of like a weaker fake out Trick Room setup, whatever it might be. And it was just like, one of the other ways to set up Trick Room is you could just lead offense beside Trick Room. So it's like, choose. Like, here's your 2 options. Choose. Do you want to get Choice Specs degleamed by an Enamorous Therian, or do you want to allow Trick Room to go up? One of the two is happening.
Exactly. On the flip side with Tailwind too, that's what makes Uzi's draft so good, because 1, you can't stop Whimsicott, but 2, he's attacking you while doing it as well. So like, it's like the exact opposite. That's another scary team.
It seems stupid.
Uzi actually have to play for finals. Well, technically we played. It goes up tomorrow, but we have to play for finals of the other draft league we're in, and we have to play this week for VGC. So we had to play both of those. So that was also like another thing. Like, I know prep for both of us was also hugely skewed because we wanted to beat each other in VGC since we never played that with each other, and he's kind of my draft rival, I guess, at this point, because we fought each other in many finals and like throughout many seasons. So he's definitely that's definitely something I'm excited about anyway, like to know about that game, what's happening next week. So definitely stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a fun one. His team's nasty.
No, buddy, check out like the other league, and check out like Uzi's stuff and Pokeaim stuff, like all the other leagues he's got going on. They're all complete heat. Like, they're like, all of these matches. I don't know if you've been watching Uzi's matches, everybody, but like the one that came out today, it's week 2. It was just amazing. It was just every single week, Uzi, I'm just gonna be following him like crazy. It's just gonna be awesome. And
very entertaining player, very good player. Last week he didn't even realize he was winning. He put me in the intro. I think he said this week he put me in the intro because I think he made a clip of last week when I was literally like, this bro is closing his eyes while crossing the finish line. Don't even realize he's making
I heard plays. You say that.
I think he told me he was going to. I haven't watched anything yet. I'm waiting. I'm actually waiting for tomorrow because we're doing staggered schedule now. I gave you the link. I gave you the link down below, or to like the schedule how it's going to be. But we're doing staggered. So tomorrow will be Aaron versus Shady uploaded. Technically, it's supposed to be Mount Uzi, but because Uzi's playing me in finals and that's going up tomorrow, he's doing it this week. But next week, like, you know, you'll have Saturday Wolfey, Mount,
so 2 and 2,
Aaron, and then we'll go Sunday, just to give videos room to breathe, but also give people a chance to watch them that might not have a chance to watch all 8 videos at once, or 4, depending on if you only watch one side versus the other. I think it's good to watch both sides because
watch everything, guys. Like, it's so good. Like, just hearing the mindset like per turn. Like, whenever I play somebody and they record, I'm like, yo, send me your perspective. I want to see it. I want to see what you were thinking on this turn. It changes everything, right? Like, because it's just like, why would you do that? But you can only speculate, right? But so moving over to the WDL just a little bit, Wolfey Draft League. So how did you get involved with the WDL? Because I feel like you're kind of moderating it. Is that right?
I'm running it with Wolfey. Yes. You're
running it. So both the two of you were doing it. Okay. So whose idea was it?
I mean, he tweeted that I'm gonna go back to Draft League. I was like, hey, dude, if you need help, let me know. And he's like, let's do it. And that was it. We basically just went from there. We made a list. We made the tiers. Shout out to Princess Autumn and Hopeless. Shout out to CB Marcus, who made all our graphics and stuff. I connected everybody, made the server, and then his team came in. They made the logo and everything. It's kind of just been there. So it's definitely been an effort from both. It was his idea, and we kind of just ran with it. And we were talking about names. I was like, dude, just name it Wolfey Draft League. It's you. Yeah. Just do it. Make you the focus. That's fine. Because if it's the biggest, you coming back to draft is huge. He was really good at draft. Like, he was really, really good at draft. I think he won the WB 3 times in a row, which is something he was in.
Singles too, right?
But, yeah.
Because there was the VGC one.
Singles. Yeah, he did 2 singles and then one VGC one.
Against Aaron, right?
Yep. And everybody called WB Wolfey beats everybody because he was
I never
winning-
heard
he
that,
was-
but that's amazing.
he was winning the whole draft league. But so that's kind of really how that happened. We talked about it. It was a little bit before Worlds. It was like 3 weeks before Worlds. We talked about it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, okay, we're gonna go hard with it after Worlds because I want something to do. So we had the idea. And I was like, okay, I'll get everything set. When you come back, let's go talk about it. He came back. We ended up doing it. Got everything set. We figured the 8 coaches we want to do, and then we just started rolling the ball. That's it. Get the ball rolling, rather. But yeah. So I because he made that tweet. It might be time to return a draft, right, or something like that. He made a tweet like that, and I was like, bro. Well, actually, I didn't even say if he needed help. I said, bro, that's so cool. I don't remember. I don't think I even offered help. I just said, bro, that's cool. that's
And then
all I
it
said.
just materialized from there. Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Those are
So
the best
kinda-
ideas too. Like those are the best ones when someone's just like I created a league. It was called the YPL, whatever it was, just with a friend. But it
Mhm.
started with just like, I don't know. It'd be kind of neat to do one with like no tiers. I don't know. And he goes, "You want to do it?" I'm like, "Are you serious?"
Free draft. Yeah. That's
Well,
fun.
it was just pick anything whenever. I'd never even heard of one that was like that. And he said he was in one before that was like that, and I was like, would it work? Like, because the whole idea is draft is so you can use things like looking at your draft, Aloma Mola, Zeb Strika, Riolu and stuff like that. But
they're
like,
so cool.
yeah, they're awesome, man. They got their own rules. But like, yeah, like, does it defeat the purpose? And we did it, and I think it was crazy in prep though. Everybody was just like, I don't know, man. There's so many things on the other side I have to watch out for. There's like there was a team. I think my team had like, what was it? Ogerpon, Hearthflame, Primarina, Sandy Shocks. I had Torkoal, Farigiraffe. Like, I think one of my worst mons on my team was like Scizor.
Sunroom.
I think I had like Scizor on my team because my theory was like it dies to a flamethrower outside the sun. It's not going to take any more damage in the sun. You know what I mean? Like, so
I have the power of it. Don't matter. I get it.
Seriously, I was like, an Ember picks it up from like a Talonflame or something. So what does it matter? So I just ran Focus Sash and set Tailwind one week. Is great. No, but yeah, like I was saying, like some of the coolest ideas with your buddies just kind of materialize out of nothing. Right?
Yeah.
They just
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. So about your draft in this league, because again, like I know you don't have a whole lot of time, so I'll just kind of get into this a little bit. So walk me through your draft. Like I know you have a different team in your time right now, and you're like, what is it?
Week 4, going to week 4. Yeah, because I did make teams made week 3 changes, and then week 4. Before week 4 came up, you're allowed. That was the final week of changes. So you'll actually have a video this Tuesday. I'm hoping for Tuesday, of all the changes we made.
Yeah.
And then I'll update the fan doc after that, and then next week we'll probably get another video out with the last few changes of some people. Or just update the fan doc, depending. I might just make the video just because we wanted to make this video, but we'll see if I end up making the second video. But let me look at the fan doc real quick. So just so I remember which version of my team I have.
Yeah, really. I've got it up here. Archuludon, Poltergeist, Meowstic, Greninja,
Yes.
Basculegion, Riolu, Rhyperior, Aloma, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Scrub Track, Alamola, Poltergeist. Yeah. What do you want to know? You want to know why I picked them, or you want to know?
So like just the philosophy behind it. Like why did you start with the way you started? Like what do you usually like? Just talk about like your mindset when you draft, maybe just in general, and then kind of how it turned into this.
Okay. I never draft weather. I don't ever draft weather.
Oh,
I don't think
so good.
I think it's very easy to play around, to be honest. And I mean, I know people run sunny day and things like that too. And I think it makes prepping harder. But our Chaladon is borderline broken.
Yeah.
In Regulation H. And I think it's only broken if you have it with Pelipper, because Pelipper gives you Tailwind, Pelipper gives you stuff. Like if you have a Palitoad, I don't think our Chaladon's worth 20. So I really wanted to get our Chaladon plus like Pelipper for that. But as you saw in the draft league, I was very greedy with when I got Pelipper.
Oh, bro, you were making me nervous. When I was
the
watching
thing
the
is-
recap, I was like, what is this guy doing? Just get it.
The thing is that if other people get Pelipper, no other Pelipper team will be as good as our Chaladon Pelipper, right?
Yeah.
Our Pelipper is 17 points. That mon is not 17 points without our Chaladon, in my opinion. I think those two are what make each other that expensive, right?
Well, it's like Dozogiri too, right? Like they're both really expensive, but yeah.
Exactly. And they're expensive because of each other. Even though both of them are actually, as specifically Tatsugiri, solo Tatsugiri is actually really good in draft, which is very funny.
Yeah.
Like it got, I think it was one of the kill leaders last season of SPL. James had it. So we did a VGC season with it, and he was going crazy with solo Tatsugiri. We were getting like 6-7 kills a set. It was insane.
Yeah, I think he even ran solo dozo with Storm Drain Tatsugiri too, and everyone's just like, "Oh man, I gotta stop Dozugiri. I'm a Haze user. I need sleep."
Yep. That wasn't to me. Wicked. That was literally into me. He ran that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so that so obviously I knew I wanted our Chaladon Pelipper, and then other mons that I thought that were like broken. Obviously you have your rain mons that are broken, like Basket Legion. Basket Legion wasn't originally guaranteed on the team. I was going back and forth between Basket Legion and like Palafin, but I've used Palafin before, and I thought it might be a little bit harder to use it in draft than it was Basket Legion. And having like a rain mon that doesn't get faked out is fine. I was also considering Kingdra. I was even considering cheaper mons that were really cheap, like Float Soul, Poliwrath, Golduck. They were all super cheap. Yeah, so I was kind of considering them, but Basket Legion being there, I was like, ended up like, why not? Rhyperior was definitely something that I wanted for a while because I think it's broken on Trick Room mode. Because I mean, one of the best ways to deal with rain is what? Be slower than them or be faster than them under Trick Room. Besides setting up Sunny Day and stuff like that too. So Rhyperior was a good anti-Trick Room mode. Obviously I got Poltergeist second pick. That was my number 2 pick because that mon kind of carried me in the SBL double season. That mon went stupid for me. It's cheap Sinistcha. It's literally cheap Sinistcha. Like obviously I don't have the Matcha Gacha, but who cares? I'm switching in.
That's not what it's for.
Room, I'm healing my homies. So I knew I wanted that mon no matter what, and it's also an Eviolite mon, right? So it doesn't take an item up from other mons, like it doesn't take an Assault Vest, it doesn't take leftovers, it doesn't take Life Orb for any of my other mons, which is always good. And then Meowstic was kind of like my budget Whimsicott, like really budget Whimsicott, budget Illumise. Obviously it doesn't have Tailwind, but the screens, Fake Out is nice.
Well, T-Wave
fake
too,
tears, etc. T-Wave, exactly. So that was kind of like the thought behind that. Just Prankster I thought was really nice. Gren was kind of like, this is a mon that can boost our Chaladon with Water Shuriken, obviously, but you saw in today's match, it also works really well next to our Chaladon because of Sludge Wave, because of Icy Wind and things like that too. So I was like, they work really well together. Gren also has amazing speed tier, like it's faster than some mons in Tailwind. So like a lot of the slower, like you look at Mount's team, some of his Pokemon with double speed are slower than Greninja.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why Gren is there too. And then Riolu was just 4 points, which is too cheap.
Yeah, that's for what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's another Eviolite mon, but there's not a lot of times where I'll run both Riolu plus Poltergeist, and if I have to, I'll run Sash on Riolu. Like just because I just need to guarantee a coaching. Again, you saw the second game what a coaching can do to Rhyperior with it. So I just wanted to be able to do that coach, and then obviously there's a lot of other stuff like Rain Dance as well. That's what both that and Meowstic gives me. I don't need to bring Pelipper. Right, Pelipper's great for Tailwind, but I don't need to bring Pelipper for Rain if I don't need to, or if I don't want to. Zebstrika was kind of the whole reason I started VGC Draft. My friend showed me, my friend showed me, Tony, he showed me a draft battle where Zebstrika took down Kyogre, Terapagos with Endeavor, feinted the Protect mon as well, and let the mon next to it. Yeah, learns Feint. It has a lot Electro Web. So it's basically like, yo, this is crazy. I want to do a VGC season for SPL. So that's why I ended up doing that, literally because of Zebstrika. So I was like, I'm gonna get it. I don't think it's that great on the team specifically based on what other people have. I think for the team as a whole, in a vacuum, it's nice. But I think based on what other people have, it might not be the best mon because not a lot of people are actually weak to Electric. I would say I'm weak to Electric, but not a lot of people are. But honestly, it gives me Lightning Rod, but Rhyperior does that too. And then Aloe was kind of like, well, it's already annoying as how to take down an OU. What's stopping me from Wish Passing to our Chaladon, or side Pain Splitting, or Scale Shotting, giving it the boost, outspeeding it, going for Soak on the opponent, and then going for Electro Shot, or going for Healing Wish and bringing back my... Basically, I thought I could super power up my Archaladon if I run like Poltergeist, Alamola plus Screams, plus Arch, and I can run Rain Dance. So like, there's a lot of modes. I was like thinking... And there's also some teams, like let me see, Necker's team. If I run a Fizdef, Wish, Protect, Aloe at like Terra Grass, I can Scald Burn everybody and potentially just beat all of them 1v1. Even if she's double attacking it. Aloe's so good, so bulky. I can literally I can run the OU set, Wish, Protect, Flip Turn, Scald, and win. I didn't bring it.
You should do that. I want to see it.
I mean, we'll see if it stays on the team.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know when this is going up, but remember, I did end up making changes.
Yeah. No, that's wicked, man. Like, no, like I was excited to see Lomomola. I was like, sure, let's see it, I guess. I don't know. But like, yeah, you know, I know it's big in singles too, so I figured that was the inspiration for it. But yeah, now let's go Zebstrika. Like, I can't wait to see that as well. I think I drafted it once or just picked it up in free agents once, and I was like, this thing's not bad. It does a job. I think it's funny because I think I was like looking at your roster and I was like, man, Zebstrika is like, I don't get it. I don't get Zebstrika. And as I was building for one of your teams for that week, I think it was week 1, I was like, you know what's funny? Sap Zipper Zebstrika is actually not bad here. And it was a physical one with like wild charge, like high horsepower. And I was
I had wild charge, low kick, Terra Blast Ice on one of the builds into Necro because it kind of smokes everything.
Yeah.
But it's also a Terra Hog in that regard versus Garchomp. And like, that's one thing you got to realize. Like, and there's a few things as well. Like I'm fighting Uzi. Terra Fairy, for instance, into Uzi is very good. But if I Terra Fairy, let's say I bring Rhyperior, and I Terra Fairy Rhyperior, well then my Archaladon doesn't resist the Sacred Sword coming from Gallade. And then my Lap, well, almost spoiled a Mon that I traded for.
Oh,
but
the Lap Dancer, you know,
going for that. Also, I just like, I wonder if the people saw, I was trying to get the last drop of water on this for like the whole time. Sorry, chat. But, so there's a lot of things to think about when it comes to that. Aloe is just really interesting, and Zebstrika again, really interesting mons. But again, I do end up trading 6 of my Pokemon for 6 new ones. Yeah, so I made a huge roster change. Because I think they made my team better into the rest of the league. And even in rematches, versus what my team is good as a whole. I think my team is great as a whole. I really love it, but I think it definitely made them better going forward. We'll see though. There's some matchups I still have them like, oh my god, why am I fighting this?
Well, that's one of the hard parts, man. Like, we'll get into the lightning round in just a second, but like, it's like that's the hard part. It was like, if you beat somebody, they saw what it took for you to beat them. They saw like what you needed, and they're like, oh, okay, so that's one of the ways. They didn't see my recipe. I gotta find one still. They don't know. So like a lot of rematches, you end up losing. I personally have lost a finals to somebody I slaughtered in week 8 once, and like it was a massacre.
Okay,
and
but
I
playing
went
them
in
week 8 into playing them in finals is crazy though.
Yeah, it sucked.
That's always rough.
Or week 8 into round 1. That's a bad one too.
Yeah, that's tough. That's so tough.
But yo, so I want to run you through what I like to call the lightning round. I like to do just a bunch of quick questions, quick answers. You don't have to explain nothing. Just give me like the answer you want to give me. You can take as long as you want, as little as you want. It's just this. People get to know you by these lightning round questions. So let's just hop into it. I think I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them.
Say them all at once, and I got to remember them, or are you just gonna say one and I answer the
just one.
First?
Boom, 2, boom, 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's a memory question. It's a test. It's a test. All right. So lightning round. Ooh. All right. What is the most underrated Pokemon that deserves more love?
Spinda.
Oh my goodness. Okay. If you could buff one Pokemon, who's getting the upgrade?
Spinda.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew it. I swear if the next one's Spinda. What's the most annoying Pokemon to prep for in draft? Is it Spinda?
It's not Spinda for sure. Nah, singles or doubles draft? Do you care?
Do both.
Okay. In doubles, probably Golden Go. Because you can run Spec, Scarf, Life Orb, whatever it wants to. In singles, back in the day, Nidoking. Nidoking is just so strong. It has no... I would also argue Mamoswine in that regard too. They're the same thing. Nidoking is a special version of Mamoswine. They're really hard to switch into. Good coverage. And then it's just... Nidoking is the physical version of Mamoswine, excuse me. No. Nidoking is a special version of Mamoswine. I said that right the first time. But just incredibly hard to switch into. Hydreigon can kind of do that too, where it's just a difficult mon to switch into. But you have fairy types in that regard. Nidoking and Mamoswine, you kind of can't. Like, you just gotta predict correctly. I hate those mons. It's so annoying to fight.
Okay, so let me see. So if you could ban one item from competitive forever, what would it be?
I think I'd ban a Life Orb, because Extra Belt used to be king back in Gen 4, and I want that back. Yeah. Now, Life Orb was good in Gen 4 too, but you had Sand to worry about, right? So people did start going back to Extra Belt. I think Extra Belt is such a cool item for some fun techs. It is, especially on Wi-Fi. Give you like, oh man, is that choiced? I don't know. Or is that just a low roll Extra Belt or a high roll, whatever? So I like Extra Belt. I would ban Life. I would get rid of Life Orb. Also, I don't think strong Pokemon should be able to get the extra boost without being locked into an item. Yeah. Like, the Specs Goldengo with what they called Terra Steel, Make It Rain. Like, who thought that was a good idea, Game Freak? Like, just stop. That's very good right now in OU too with the Metal Coat.
Oh yeah? Because
at +2 it KOs King Gambit with Terra Steel, Max XP King Gambit with Terra Steel, Make It Rain. It can smoke Ting Lu as well and things like that. Basically, I guess it's the same counters in OU as in doubles as you had that, but it's just Nasty Plot, Metal Coat, Make It Rain, Terra Steel. It's disgusting. My favorite set in OU.
It sounds disgusting.
You don't need any coverage. You just run that with Thunderbolt.
Yeah, it's all you need, right? What's the #1 trait that separates good players from great ones?
This is a tough one. I know you want lightning round, but this one's actually kind of tough. I think the ability to learn from both losses, but also from wins too. I think anybody can learn from a loss, but like learning from a win is important. Like I definitely always reflect on a game I won that I was like, wow, I could have definitely done this. Because when you win a game, you don't really always have reason to go back.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, oh, I won the game, it's over.
I won,
when you
it was
lost, you
perfect.
think about it all the time, right? I think
Yeah.
being able to reflect on those wins and losses and then use that to go forward. And then also using that to practice, because like practice does not make perfect. Practice makes perfect, right? Like practice does not make perfect. You could be practicing the wrong thing,
Yeah.
the wrong team, the wrong
Wrong way.
It just don't work. Exactly. So that's a big one. So being able to analyze your wins and losses and learn from them. Like I do that all the time. Win a championship, like, oh man, what could I have done better? What would I have done better? And I think part of the reason that I'm able to do that is because I have friends who will be real with me, like, yo, I'm happy you won, but you played like trash. I was like,
Yeah,
I know, bro.
I've literally said that to people before. I'm like, you should have lost that game like 5 times.
Yeah.
And the guy just says, I won, so I don't have to explain myself.
That's literally it. And I think you need to be able to change that.
Yeah. All right, let me see. So I got one more. It's a fun one. Let me see. If Pokemon battles had walkout songs like boxing, what would yours be? I know you have one. Everybody thinks about this.
Oh yeah, but mine would be whack. Mine is like the biking. Dun, 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 dun. I literally that plays in my head sometimes when I'm walking. So I just do that. Why not? Because I want it to be goofy. I don't want it to be anything hard or anything. It's like I'm just here having a good time. I'm just a guy playing Pokemon, man.
Yeah.
Guy playing Pokemon. So that would be mine. Like any of the bike ones. The bike one. or the Golden Rod City Game Corner.
Oh yeah.
Because that was my old intro. Yo, what's up, guys? You got Pokeaim here. And then I had the Golden Rod City Game Corner with Whitney in the beginning, back in the day.
Oh yeah, Whitney. We don't talk about Whitney on this channel. Oh my goodness. Let me see. So like I was actually gonna say, like I always thought of like are you a Simpsons guy at all?
Yeah, of course. New movie coming out.
Remember when he was fighting Drederick Tatum and like he comes out in like this crazy rap song, whatever it is, he's all super hype. Homer comes out with, "Why can't we be friends?" Oh, so good. All right, so I just want to ask you one more question before we go. It's not lightning round. Just I know you have to go, and I'm so sorry I kept you longer than I wanted to.
Don't worry.
I have that effect on people. I'm sorry. So when you look ahead and you want people to remember about Pokeaim, yourself, and everything that you are, and your impact on, like, what do you want people to remember about your impact on the scene?
I mean, I don't necessarily care if people remember me when I'm gone. In a sense of with Pokemon, I more care that people were able to find love of the game, maybe because of me, because I love this game. So I think everybody should love the game because I love it, right? Yeah. I think Pokemon is a phenomenal game. So the biggest thing is that I just want people to say he loved Pokemon. That's it. Above all, if I had to say anything, he loved Pokemon. And that's it. I don't care if they learn from me. I don't care if they did any of that. I think that one of my goals is for people to learn and teach. But at the end of the day, I don't care. As long as you have a love for Pokemon, and maybe I helped with that, that's awesome. Like that's big. Like I love Mon so much, and you know, if I ever got to step down and the next person comes out, that's fine, right? That just means in my time. But at least I got to show, hey, I love Mons, and maybe you love Mons a little more because of me too. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
Well, you have such a huge impact on the community, so thank you for everything you do and all that. But also, Joey, thank you for taking the time. You've been like such a huge part of the competitive Pokemon community for so many years, and it's just awesome seeing you like leading the draft community the way you are, because you are. You're everywhere. But hey, everybody listening, if you guys have enjoyed the interview, drop a like. It really helps the channel out a lot. Also, go check out Pokeaim's channel. High-level draft content, team breakdowns, just solid Pokemon knowledge, and you can tell he just loves the game just from listening to him for these past like 30-40 minutes. It's all there. So, and of course, keep up with the Wolfey Draft League. Every week's been just like an absolute banger, and you're not going to want to miss the rest of the season. It's been great. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, Pokeaim.
Yeah.
Peace.
Thank you so much. Peace.